Hi, Hillcrest. Let's talk back once again. We are back at Hillcrest High School in Country Club Hills, Illinois, and I have the pleasure of having in my company Dr. Renee Simms. She is the principal of this fine high school that serves the village of Hillcrest in addition to Country Club Hills. Welcome, Dr. Simms.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Pleasure to be here.
Wonderful. So we are here actually because of something grand that's happening here at Hillcrest. Why don't you enlighten us?
Absolutely. We are actually celebrating this year the 50th anniversary of Hillcrest High School being in education.
Oh my God.
Hillcrest opened its doors in February of 1967.
I wasn't even born yet.
Blizzard and
Just
snowstorm.
kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry, I couldn't do that.
You look fine. Blizzard and snowstorm. They opened up with a class of about 200 students. This was the third school in Bremen High School District 228 to open up. So we are, as I said, proud to celebrate over 50 years of still standing.
That's awesome.
We have a great history and legacy, and we're very proud of that, and we're looking forward to celebrating.
Wow. So I'm going to assume Bremen first, Oak Forest, and then maybe Hillcrest?
I think that was the order. Don't quote me for sure.
Okay. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. That's actually good to know. So it sounds like it opened up like in the middle of a normal school year, right?
Normal other than the weather.
Right, okay. Exactly.
Normal.
So class of 200. I'm going to assume those were freshmen, or did they have
They started
theater?
off with a class of freshmen and sophomores only.
Okay, gotcha.
No upperclassmen. And then as those classes moved on, then they added more in. But the first graduating class was about 200 students.
Okay, wonderful. Now, before we kind of get into the specifics in terms of the celebratory part of this 50th year anniversary, which is absolutely awesome, let's talk a little bit about Dr. Simms and your role here at Hillcrest High School. How long you've been here? How long you've been principal? And just kind of enlighten us a little bit.
This is my 11th year working in the district. I came in on 2005-2006 and worked under Pat Welsh, who was then principal at the time. The next year, I didn't know when I got hired that she was retiring the very next year. But she wound up retiring, and then I took over as principal in 2006-07 school year, and I've been here ever since. So this is my 10th year as principal.
That is awesome.
And it's been a joy and a pleasure to be here. I truly enjoy the community. I live in Homewood, so I'm very close to the community. Actually spent a lot of time in Country Club Hills and Hillcrest and Markham, getting immersed into the community and our families and things like that. So It's been a real pleasure.
What's been your greatest challenge as principal?
Academics, in all honesty, have been a challenge just to ensure that our students are meeting state standards. Not to say that our students are not doing well academically, but in terms of a measure that the state puts out there, it's been a struggle to reach those benchmarks. And so we continue every day to work with our students to see successes in that area. There's a new state test out of there. There have been different measures from the state, and so this year the SAT will be the new measure, and they'll be looking at juniors to determine whether or not we, make adequate yearly progress. And so we're trying to do all that we can to prepare the students for the SAT test. We offer before school tutoring, after school tutoring, in-school tutoring, in addition to the fact that our curriculum is built around trying to help the students be prepared for those tests as well. Common Core standards are now aligned to the test, and so hopefully what we're doing in the classroom, coupled with the extra support that the students get, will be demonstrated on the actual test, and we'll be looking at some progress and improvement according to the state. So
I'm sure that will happen. What's been your best moment?
Some of them, the proudest moments, 2008, 2009, when our school won state titles that we had never done before in the school history. 2009, our boys track team went downstate, and they started with the first title. The very same year, our boys basketball team won a title, and then track went back and won a title back to back. And then we've taken boys and girls basketball team downstate the following subsequent years and won second and third place in those areas too. Wow. So I can proudly say that under my reign we won titles that we had not done before.
Okay.
So that's probably one area. I think collaboratively as a faculty, getting teachers to take leadership roles and perform in ways that they had not been performing before has also been another proud moment for me. To see teachers being teacher leaders has been exceptional. And then we have a really strong and pretty good parent advisory, so bringing the community piece of it into has been good.
Well, we all know as schools thrive or as they continue to be in existence, principals do come and go, right? What would you say you want your legacy to be here at Hillcrest High School?
I have tried very hard to change the culture and the climate of the school. When I came in, not that it was just bad, but there are things going on that I thought certainly could be improved, and that was to make sure that our students had a sense of pride in the building, in the facility, and the structure, and what Hillcrest was about in terms of the legacy of the school. There's been a proud, long history of being able to participate in athletics and academically pretty sound. And so if nothing else, I want to be able to say that I brought back a sense of that kind of school pride.
Okay,
So.
Wonderful. That's good to hear. And it must be pretty awesome to sit in this seat during this special time.
It is.
And I understand that you have the task of really coordinating, the activities or the festivities, if you would, that surround this 50th anniversary. Why don't you
I
tell
will
us
say
more
I'm
about
fortunate that I do have a committee. There's about 10 of us, teachers and other administrators included, that have participated. We actually started at the beginning of the school year planning for this event. At the end of last school year, I sent out an email just saying, look, I need some help. We're going to be celebrating the 50th year. And so we had about 10 staff members that stepped up to the plate. We've been meeting pretty consistently. We started meeting once a month earlier in the school year to try to plan out what we were going to do. Weren't quite sure if initially we were going to try to tie in off of some of the existing activities that we do, but at some point it wound up being that let's just put a big gala event out there, something that's just going to really make a mark and really last with people for the next 50 years.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about it. Tell us what the plans
are. The actual
are.
event for the night, as I said, it's a big gala celebration. And what we're going to do, we're actually going to transform our cafeteria so it'll become a jazz and blues sort of a cafe. We're going to decorate really, really nice. We'll have round tables and chair covers and sort of like you think you're coming into a wedding banquet type hall.
Oh, nice.
In that room, we'll have food. We're actually going to have our culinary arts department to do the food, and they're going to do a wing bar where you have a variety of different types of wings and sauces. They'll also have a potato bar where you'll be able to make your own baked potato. We'll have a dessert bar and then some beverages. The beverages are going to be non-alcoholic. So
Absolutely.
we'll have lemonade and punch and water and things like that. In that room also, we'll have one of our teachers is a piano player. Mr. Booker is going to actually play music. So as you're coming in, you'll have some nice jazz music that you'll be able to enjoy. And kind of that room will be there for mingling and reminiscing and just talking with old friends and colleagues. In addition to that, we are going to have a very short program where we'll just acknowledge the representatives, our state representative, mayors, and things like that have come in to be a part of the celebration. And also there are 3 living principals that I'm aware of that have been invited to be here, as well as some former superintendents and things like that. So we'll acknowledge their presence at the event. Following that short program, we have one of our graduates from the class of 2005, a young lady named Soraya, who was on The Voice last season, who actually got up to the final. She was on Team Alicia Keys, I believe, on Team Alicia. She did very well in the...
she did extremely well.
So she's going to be back performing.
She should have won.
Yes, totally agree. She'll be performing. She's the headliner for us. In addition to that, we have a couple of other former students who I think they graduated in the 90s, but don't quote me on that one. But they're performing. They actually are doing a new album release, and so they'll be performing some of the songs from their new album as well.
This is
so
awesome.
That part of it will be fantastic. Now, in addition to that, because we have old and new, we're going to have new school and old school. In the gymnasium, we're going to decorate the gymnasium, and we'll have a stage set up and a live DJ. That DJ will play music from the 5 decades. So they'll start with the 60s and move on up to the current. So we're looking forward to it. It should be a great evening. As part of the ticket price, which is $30 for admission, you're going to receive a commemorative cookbook that our current staff members all kind of chipped in some of their favorite recipes, and so we put a commemorative cookbook together. So that's part of the ticket, as well as the food and the entertainment. We'll have a photo booth, so you can take some souvenir photos, and that'll be part of your ticket price as well. And then we're also going to sell for any former students that will be coming back. We'll have yearbooks on display, so they'll be available. And then we'll have some Hawkwear, of course. So it's not quite what I'm wearing, but
something of
t-shirts
that
to be,
nature.
Something
Wonderful.
that'll be a nice souvenir for people to take and purchase. So
this sounds so exciting. So now I know that former students, former faculty members are invited and welcome to come. Now, what about people like me who just I live in Hazelcrest?
we are welcoming everyone to come in. It's the same. We are turning out nothing but our shirt collars. We are looking for former students, former staff, employees of any sort, whether they were teachers, custodian, anybody that had any association, whether you just lived in a community, to be a part of the celebration. Again, it's to commemorate the legacy of Hillcrest and what Hillcrest has done either in the community, directly with you being here, or just being a resident of the community. So we are welcoming anyone that wants to be a part of it. And the great thing about all of this is that any of the proceeds that we have once our expenses are paid will go towards scholarship fund. Wonderful. So we'll be awarding scholarships to our seniors at the end of this school year.
Awesome. Now, how can we help you get the word out?
Well, through your program, of course.
Okay.
We also have save the date flyers and things like that we're sharing with our municipalities. So if you could just distribute those, and of course, come.
Okay.
Come to the event.
Why don't you let our viewers know the date, the time?
The event is going to take place on Saturday, February the 25th, from 6 to 10 p.m. Again, it's at Hillcrest High School, so 17401 South Pulaski. We have tickets available through Eventbrite. If you put Hillcrest High School 50th anniversary celebration, it should come up. In addition to that, we have tickets on sale here at the school. So you can call and come up and purchase a ticket at the school in the main office as well.
Wonderful. It's been truly, truly a pleasure, Dr. Simms. It's
Thank
been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. A little bit about your background and your, of course, association with Hillcrest, and because of this major milestone. Thank you so much for agreeing to sit with us today. We greatly appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And we greatly appreciate you and what you do as an educator and how we entrust our children with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
You're welcome. There you have it, Village of Hazelcrest. We've got the 50th anniversary for Hillcrest High School coming up this month, February 25th, here at Hillcrest High School, 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. Tickets are $30, and I believe Dr. Simms said you can purchase those tickets on Eventbrite.
That's correct.
Or at least to learn a little bit about it, and that is under...
If you just do eventbrite.com, and then you search for 50th anniversary celebration.
Search for 50th anniversary once you go on eventbrite.com. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.